So today we're going to talk about toys. I often get asked a lot about what toys to buy children, especially around Christmas or birthday times. Recently I've been getting asked that a lot more because we're in quarantine, so parents want to know what they can buy to keep their kids occupied. And I know I've discussed this before on other videos about using just any household items you have, tissue boxes. You can use any kind of cups you have in the house, pans, things like that. But if you really want to go out and buy toys to have your kids play with, I have a couple things that you could buy. So one of my favorites are blocks, just because you can do pretty much anything with blocks. You can use them to stack. Let's see if I can get this here. Use them to stack. If you have colored blocks, you can use them to talk about the colors. These have pictures and they have numbers on them, so you can talk about that. You can use them for counting, counting how many you have, counting how tall you have that you can build them. And then if you have a kid who's older, you can try to make towers, and if you have like little people or anything, you can have the people climb up the towers and use it for imaginative play. So blocks are great for a lot of things. My favorite thing for parents to buy are books. You can never go wrong with books. For the littler ones, I would suggest books with just like one thing to talk about, like talk about the fire engine. Fire engine is red. Talk about the yellow car. The yellow car goes vroom, 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 things like that. Or even sensory books. Sensory books are great because they have things that they can touch. You can touch the green ball and feel it. You can scratch the brown sandpaper, feel that. So those are good for the younger children. When you get a little bit older, you can have like some more words on there. And if kids don't seem to be paying attention, you can just read the pictures, talk about what the giraffe is doing, have the kids start to point to the pictures. So books are great for identification skills. You could say, find something yellow in the picture, find something brown in the picture. Where's the giraffe? Where's the turtle? Things like that. So this really helps with identification skills, as well as learning how do we turn the pages in the book. Can the child turn the pages one at a time, or are they going like this? Are they turning it upside down? So books are great. Books are one of my favorite things to have parents buy. And just to work on some in and out, things like that, you can always just use any containers, but if you'd like to buy fancy containers, they sell these kinds too. You know, you can use these. These are wonderful for stacking, nesting. You can have them stack up into towers like this, or work on nesting. So you're working on big and little, you're working on colors, you're working on in and out, you're working on counting again, things like that. So these are great for that. But again, if you don't want to buy something like that and you want to work on like scooping and pouring and things like that, you can always use any kind of container that you have, any of those. And construction paper is always good too. So with construction paper, you can do so many things. You can work on fine motor skills, just ripping it, having your child rip paper, which kids love to rip anything. So that's always fun for them. You can get a crayon and have them drawing on the paper, so that's working again on their fine motor skills, because you're working on how are they holding the crayon? Are they using the fist grasp to draw on it still? Are they using all of their fingers to draw on it? Have they graduated to the tripod grasp? How are they drawing on that? And are they just scribbling? Are they drawing circles? Are they drawing lines? What are they doing when they're doing that? And then eventually you can graduate to letting them use scissors, which you obviously want to stay right next to them so that they're with you, not cutting anything else and just cutting on the papers. And you can also use this if you don't have anything to work on matching with. You can just tear a few pieces off, hide one somewhere and hide something, and give the child the yellow piece and say, okay, go match it to the other yellow piece, go find it, and work on matching that way if you don't have anything else to match with. So construction paper can be great to use for so many things to do in your house with matching, identification, fine motor skills, just construction paper is really great for lots of different projects. If one other thing that you could buy, if you wanted to, is either a baby doll, or if you have little animals, any kind of little animals, just to work on pretend play. You can have the animals eating the blocks and driving on the blocks. You can work on positional words this way too. He's going over, he's eating it, it's jumping over him, he's crashing into it, things like that. So you can use many things together with to do pretend play with either a baby doll or a little animal. You can use the cups to feed them, and again, it could be any cup, it could be something like this, you just feed them. So baby dolls or animals, and you can use anything. If you don't have a baby doll, you don't have an animal, you can use really anything that you have around your house. You can pretend like a little pillow that your child has is the stuffed animal or the baby doll, and pretend to feed that. If you want to make it really realistic, you could buy some or draw some googly eyes on it if it's like an old pillow that you're not planning on using for much longer. So those are just a few things that could be used to help your child right now, to keep them occupied, that probably wouldn't cost too much. The books are the things that probably would be costing the most. Books tend to cost more than the rest of these items. Construction paper would probably cost the least amount of money, and that is one thing that you could do the most with. So that's probably something I would suggest buying first, maybe the blocks as well. But those are just a few things that I would suggest buying. And that's it for today. Thanks.